It's the Los Angeles Angels going up against the Chicago White Sox. The crowd is amped up, ready to get this season underway, as are we. Back with more in a minute. Shabby alongside Chris Singleton. So the Los Angeles Angels find themselves as underdogs as the curtain rises on the season. Singy, what do you say in the clubhouse when a lot of folks are writing you off before the first pitch is even thrown?
You say forget all that, Boog. Block out the noise because the season is decided on the field, okay? So there's still talent on this roster, and if one or two players have big years, they could be right in the thick of the race.
That's a good point, Chris. Seems like every year we see at least one team unexpectedly make a run, and maybe this season they could be that team.
And now,
opening day festivities wrapping up, and we'll be back to get this season started right after this.
Chicago White Sox.
Just about ready to roll, and starting this one, number 64, and singing a special day for him. He's making his major league debut here.
And I'm sure he's got some nerves. He'll be excited for that first pitch to be in and over with so that he can settle in to pitching just like he did in the minor leagues. Exciting moment. He's got his family in town. I think this moment's going to be a huge tone setter for his career.
Ready to go. Luis Rengifo gets a chance to hit here. Hard hit left side. Throw over to Thomas. And an easy out to start the game. Here's the opening day lineup for the Angels. Chris, they're looking to reverse course this year after some disappointing seasons.
No doubt, Boog. They haven't had a winning season since 2015. Even with some otherworldly talent on the roster over the years. The AL West has some strong teams. We'll see if the Angels can move in the right direction in 2025.
On the ground, Montgomery sends it to first. Nice efficient start to the afternoon. That's 2 out. And now batting Mike Trout.
Right fielder,
He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Hit hard on the ground is short. Slings to first. Angels retired 1-2-3. Angels held in check. Time for the White Sox to go to work. No score. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the first. Now it's the DH, Anthony Rendon. Ripped on a line to center. Makes the grab, 1 down. Here's the opening day lineup for the White Sox, and Chris, virtually anything would count as an improvement over 2024.
Oh, there's no way to sugarcoat it, Boo. Not when they broke the record for most losses in a single season. It pains me as a former White Sox player, but I have to imagine they're not going to be that bad again this year. And I can tell you from experience that White Sox fans will cheer for a winning team. Here's hoping they get to do just that.
1 out, bases empty. Fouled off left side.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And that's outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Way high there, and the count is even, 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
One down, base is empty. That one down the line, and foul ball. To kick the 3-2 inside, and that's ball 4. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a nice job of grinding out that at bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Man at first with one gone. Stepping in, the long ball threat, Frank Thomas. That's a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now one out. And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. That one off the mark, ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Gets him to chase after that one.
Knowing that the pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
Rengifo for 1, and that's 2.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Top of the second, here's the third baseman, Troy Gloss. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-1. That one fouled off. Inside, almost got him.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And that's the first strikeout of his major league career.
And it could be the first of many if he meets the goals he set for himself and the expectations others have for him. He doesn't want to just win games. He wants to dominate at this level.
Do you think young pitchers can sometimes get too caught up in trying to rack up Ks early in their career?
Boog, I think they can. It's kind of like a hitter that doesn't have power. The thrill.
And he can't come up with it. Still manages a throw, but he wins the foot race to first. Good job of knowing how much time he had there. Jorge Soler up at the plate.
Jorge Soler.
That one drilled left field, and that's a fair ball.
That play looks routine defensively, but with all of the little nooks, it can get real tricky down in the corner. Kept it to a long single. Nice defensive play.
And the batter now, Taylor Ward. And a base hit up the middle. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Batting 8th, center fielder Mickey Moniak.
Mickey Moniak, the next to hit for the Angels. That one ripped but foul. Two outs. To the right side. Throw over to Thomas. And that is the inning. Angels strand a couple. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here on the south side, and here is Michael A. Taylor. Kikuchi back to work. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
No fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of.
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Everything came together for him. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Runner in scoring position now and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ballgame.
Stepping in, Lenny Sosa. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Trout puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Swing and a ball driven out to center. That's back. That one is gone. He circles the bases. It's 2-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. Breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
And now we'll see one of the top prospects in baseball step in the box for his major league debut. Colson Montgomery on the ground to short. Fires to first in time.
Oh, we talk about how the ball is coming out of the pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder. Wow, really impressive.
Swing and a bouncer out to short. Now the throw to first on the run. In time. Got him. And that'll do it. For the White Sox with a 2-run homer. And it's 2-zip. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. Busy time around the league, taking a look at some notable free agent signings. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. And it's 0-1.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
Ripped to third and caught.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. You hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Rengifo. First pitch misses. And there's a foul ball. In the air, center field. He makes the grab, 2 down. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Grounded out his first time. Fastball for a strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Outside corner, there's a strike.
Quickly into an 0-2 count. Both pitches were down in the zone. I think you set your sights a little bit higher because you'll have a tendency to chase
Inside,
if you look down in that area.
2 out, space is empty. And there's a
That's
ball.
2. 2-2 the count.
Just missed.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Swing and a foul straight back. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and get through this at bat.
Cut on and miss. And it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. As we go to the last of the third, and now the DH, Anthony Rendon. And ball 1. And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a man aboard. Now the number 2 hitter, Harold Baines, worked a walk in his first trip to the plate. Double play ball to second. Neto for 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. And up next for Chicago, Frank Thomas. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you can get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that you can win this battle.
Swing and a foul out of play. Baines, the base runner at first with 1 out. And that one goes straight to the backstop. And now a man into scoring position. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. And that's good enough to hold the lead runner at third. Runners now at the corners.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
2 on, 1 out. Yasmani Grandal up to hit. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. That one ripped. 1 run across, and it hits the fence. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Picks himself up an RBI. They got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
Taylor in the box now. No balls and a strike. Traffic on the bases with one already in here on opening day. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike.
This is a situation where the hitter is looking for something up in the zone that he can get his arms extended. What you have to be careful of is that pitch that's up, that's in on your hands. That'll pop you up in the infield, and that's exactly what the pitcher wants.
Off the mark there. Ball 2.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
2-1 now. Ground ball left side. Whips it to first. That's the second out.
Now batting, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
So 2 down now, and here is Lenny Sosa. He's 0 for 1.
Well, it stinks to be down by, these runs early in this ball game like this, but you've got 2 outs. You've got to close the door because you still have a chance with how much time is left in this one.
Swing and a miss. There's the changeup.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across 1. On to inning number 4. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing. Back at right field as we go to the top of the 4th. So in now for the Angels, Troy Gloss. And it's fouled away.
These Angels, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Ball.
Foul ball there. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Broke hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. As a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Oh, Hoppy in the box with 1 away as he takes ball 1.
Hey.
Just missed. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Count is 3-2.
That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Shoots a line drive single into right center. And now 2 aboard.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Digging in, Taylor Ward. Next offering is in for a strike.
I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runners at first and second with one gone. Caught him looking for the K.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now it's going to be Mickey Moniak. And that one fouled off. Ohapi, the lead runner at second. Soler at first, 2 out of the inning. That one missed. That misses. And that's ball 2.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Two on, 2 outs. Fouls one off. 2-2. Ground ball right side, but it kicks foul. Two outs.
3-2.
Zach Neto up next for the Angels. Got him swinging. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 are left. We're midway in the 4th. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing. Bottom of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Jose Siri.
Center fielder, Jose
Siri measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and they traded for him earlier this year.
0-1.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
0-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Just off the outside part of the plate.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That
2
one
balls,
way
2
inside.
strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Now batting.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Colson Montgomery.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
The shortstop
Nope,
takes the ball. Fastball is outside. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. And they get the out.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal block. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Two outs, base is empty. And next to hit for the Sox, Josh Rojas. This one popped up. Neto brings it in. And that is the third out of the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. But they're on top by a count of 3-0. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Fly ball down the line. Taylor makes the grab on the run.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Rengifo stands in now and watches strike one. Looked like it was a little bit up. Next offering upstairs. Center field. Siri in position. Puts it away for the out. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel.
Two down, base is empty. Nolan Schanuel, the next to hit for the Angels. Just missed.
Ball one.
Swing and a miss. That one at 99.
One ball,
and the
one
count
strike.
1-1. Two down, nobody on. Here on opening day. The other way. Baines makes the play, and it's out number 3. Angels go quietly there. They trail in this one 3-0. Bottom of the inning. Now it's Anthony Rendon. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
And the count 1-2. Action in the Angels bullpen. Hans Kraus up and loosening in the pen. Number 57, a left-hander, also throwing. And it's even up. And that's outside. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
So up next for Chicago, Harold Baines. That's That's in there, and that is strike one. Well, it was bumpy in the early going for the lefty, but he settled into a really nice groove. That one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, the 1-2 misses to even the count.
Thank you.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. One down, base is empty. In the air on the infield, Gloss makes the catch for the out.
Up next for the White Sox, first baseman.
2 outs, base is empty. And here's the first baseman, Frank Thomas. He's 2 for 2. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. The throw won't get there in time, and they don't get the out. Yasmani Grandal steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Drove it off the wall last time, just missed out on a home run.
He's not going to get cheated up there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
And that one is in for a strike at 95. 0-1. And that is out of play. Thomas leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And the next pitch is way outside. Two outs. On the ground, right side, Rengifo handles, throws to first. That takes care of Grandal. That's the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. 5 innings complete. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing. Back here on the south side, start of the 6th, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and leading off, Mike Trout. There's the strike.
You know, these Angels definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them.
That's off the inside corner. 2 balls and a strike.
So those first pitch numbers tell me they should try to find a way to slow this game down a bit. Things have been moving just too quickly for them at times.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
And first offering is fouled off.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
2 down, base is empty. And now here is Logan O'Hoppe. In the air, right side. Taylor coming on. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. It's the White Sox 3 and the Angels nothing.
Now pitching for the
Hans
Angels.
Kraus into the game.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And the batter now, Michael A. Taylor, 1 for 2. This is a guy who's in the lineup first and foremost because of what he contributes defensively, Chris. And when you talk about preventing runs from being scored, this guy is a big contributor. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
I was always told it's hard to take you off the field when you play really good defense, especially at a premier position, and that's what he does. The hitting's going to come around. He's going to figure it out. But right now, his big asset is the way he plays the game on defense.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him looking. Froze him with the heater at the knees. Next to hit, Lenny Sosa.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And first offering is fouled off. Next offering is fouled back. Oh, 0-2 now. That's down and in. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jose Suarez appears to be getting loose. One down, base is empty. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout.
Now batting.
And up next for Chicago, Jose Siri. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
Fought off foul. Slashes this one, and it could be trouble. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. When you connect and it jumps off your bat like that, you're thinking double at the very least. He put a great swing on it, and man, he wasn't fooled at all.
And now the shortstop, Colson Montgomery, has grounded out a couple of times. Look out! And it hit him.
Right there.
Well, it's safe to say he won't be getting invited to the charity golf tournament this offseason.
First and second, 2 outs. And now Josh Rojas, 0 for 2 in this one. Down the middle for a strike. It's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
The 0-1. On the ground to first, and it goes just foul. Two on, 2 outs. Up and in. Going to count 1 and 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Justin Anderson. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Number 60, Justin Anderson.
So now here's the DH, Jorge Soler.
Designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
First pitch doesn't find the zone. Movement for the White Sox in their bullpen. Cam Boozer getting loose out there. Anderson ready to work. And a foul ball. Ground ball to the right side. Sosa throws to first. That's the first out, the top of the 7th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
Taylor Ward, the next to hit. Swings through that one. 0-1.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful. Not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. The White Sox leading by 3 here in the top half of inning number 7.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Moniak in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Late swing, foul to the left. And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone. His first homer of the year, and they're on the scoreboard. It's 3-1.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. And there's a ball.
Counts 1-0.
Two down, nobody on. And another ball.
Inside.
Anderson, maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
Luis Rengifo waiting in the on-deck circle.
They can get him up. He'd represent the tying run, so critical pitch right here.
Yeah. We got full count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. In the air, right field. Taylor on the move. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. But not before they answer back with a solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the seventh. Number 57. On for his major league debut, so we'll see if he's ready for the big stage.
He just has to remember this is the same game that he's played all the way through the minor leagues to this point. The only difference, there are just more people in the stands and it's a bigger stadium, but the game itself is still the same. Look at the catcher, whatever fingers he puts down, that's what you throw, and just let him lead you in this one.
Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
Now, Harold Baines. There's a strike. Rendon gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Up next for the White
Frank
Sox.
Thomas getting ready to hit. 3 for 3 with 3 singles.
Thomas.
And that misses. And it's 1-0. And a breaking ball misses outside. He was looking to come up with the shutdown inning, and off to a shaky start. First and second, no outs. Here at the bottom of the 7th. And that's in for a strike. Pitch misses there. 3-1.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
And they're all loaded up.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Yasmani Grandal now at the plate. Golden opportunity right here. Line drive, that's a base hit. 1 run's in. Now a second crosses the plate, and they're up by 4.
That's all he needed, just a simple base hit, and he drives in two in a huge spot. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
Now the Angels manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Number 57 done for the afternoon, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the
Jose
Angels.
Suarez comes
Number
on now.
54, Jose Suarez.
First and second,
Now batting.
no outs.
Right
Taylor
fielder,
will hit next.
Michael
1 for 3.
Taylor.
Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Moniak sizing this one up. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. And he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Now batting, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Here's the second baseman, Lenny Sosa. Swing and a ground ball. That's a base hit as a run scores.
Comes through with the RBI. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
First and second, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, Jose Siri. Grounder might be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
Colson Montgomery steps to the plate for the White Sox. And first offering is fouled off. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Lined into right. Makes the catch. And that's the 3rd out. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits. No errors, but 2 are left stranded. 8th inning coming up. It's the White Sox 6 and the Angels 1.
Pitching for the
Welcome
White
back,
Sox.
and a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
8th.
48.
Jonathan Cannon.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Second baseman.
So
Luis
digging in,
Rengifo.
Luis Rengifo. First
That's a
offering
ball.
and it just misses. Just
That's off the plate.
missed.
Ball 2.
And that's
Ball 3.
down and away.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
Next offering is in for a strike.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and that one handled. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Now batting, first baseman, Nolan Shanaway.
And next for LA, Nolan Schanuel. And that's a little high. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Gus Barlin, the young right-hander, up and throwing. Gilbert getting loose as well. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fair ball.
Now batting, right fielder.
Man
Mike
at first.
Trout.
Mike Trout, the next to hit for the Angels. 0 for 3 in this one. Went with the sweeper for the strike. Shanawell leads off first with 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Troy Glaus.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Sliced hard but foul. Swings through that.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
2 outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Siri going back on it. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So 1 hit is all they get. Home half of inning number 8 straight ahead. It's the White Sox 6 and the Angels 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. On to the bottom of the 8th. And now Josh Rojas. Suarez back to work. Just missed. And now 2-0 as that one missed below the knees. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
2-2 the count.
Next pitch is outside. Struck him out looking.
Up next for the
Here's Anthony Rendon up to the plate.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Pitch misses. Ball 1. Misses the sweeper.
1-1.
There's the strike up high, and the count 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. The 1-2. Got him swinging for the strikeout. couldn't catch up to the heater. 2 outs, base is empty. Now the left fielder, Harold Baines.
Harold Baines.
Inside. And that's ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Foul ball. Up the middle, Rengifo. To first, 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Nothing across here this half. Through 8 full, it's the White Sox 6 and the Angels 1. A new arm into the game, the righty, Gus Varland.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Gus Varland.
Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Catcher, Logan O'Hoppe.
Base knock center field. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
Now here is Jorge Soler. In there for strike 1.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Swung on, belted. That one back. Reaching for it and brings it in.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
So a man aboard. And next for the Angels, Taylor Ward. And that one upstairs, ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. Pop foul out of play off to the right. O'Hoppe stands at first with 1 out. This one smoked, could be trouble. Lead runner makes the turn at second. Coming home. He will score.
A little more backspin on that instead of the top spin. And he's jogging around the bases rather than pulling up at second.
Mickey Moniak.
And now the center fielder, Mickey Moniak. He's already homered here in this one. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. One out and a runner at second here at the top of the 9th. Outside low, 1-1.
Nasty backdoor slider. There's really nothing you can do with that if you swing at it. So that's a good take by him.
Well struck right field. Back there. And that one is out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they're chipping away. It's 6-4. They needed that one, Singy.
Indeed they did. They've been fighting to get back into this game, and just like that, they're back in it. Well, not every home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but a sure thing to get out. But today, the conditions were right. He got just enough of it, and I think the backspin really helped that thing carry.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Gus Varland is done. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching for the White
Ken Murphy
Sox.
comes out trying to close it out. A chance at his first save of the year. Base is empty, one away. Zach Neto, the next to hit for the Angels. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Murphy. He's made a name for himself as a very effective reliever, but not really what you expect from a bullpen arm these days because he's not out there racking up Ks. 0-1. And that one fouled off. And that's in the dirt.
I think it's the deception and his ability to change arm angles and slots and give hitters different looks within one at bat. They're never able to get comfortable when you only see him once. Sometimes he has success.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now it's the switch hitting second baseman, Luis Rengifo. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Got to be clever, too, when you don't have that lights-out stuff, right?
Absolutely. You got to know what you're able to do. Instead of focusing on what that hitter's strength is, stay with your strength and trust that you'll come out on top.
They're down to their final strike. The Halos down to their final strike. Ground ball, and this should do it. Sosa. Throw to first. Ball game. And the White Sox take the series opener here at home. Number 64 with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
And this one ends with a final score of 6-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.
They told me slowly is the fastest way to get where you want to be. So I ease to a steady speed. Let that breathe, no push stop. Give me keys to that blue Impala. This the good part. When you're living everything you thought about. No single mothers who had to teach their sons how to squabble. No killers who became good fathers who raised their daughters. Look now, AP, I'm 50 for my keys. Las Vegas residency. I brought the two of them me. The good part is father to father. I know it might look hard, but baby, nothing is out of your reach. Grab